What is up, guys? Rick Hackus here, and I wanted to go over Magic Duels of the Planeswalkers 2015, or I guess now it's just called Magic 2015. This game has been getting a lot of criticism, a lot of it righteously, rightfully so. However, there is a way to fix everything, to fix it both in the eyes of the consumer and to improve as a business model and, frankly, to get more revenue from the business side. So, honestly, anyone listening to this, consumer or someone who actually works for Wizards, this will fix the game. All of the slack, all of the complaints will be gone. This will utterly fix the game. But first, let's kind of go over what the complaints are. Why do people really are angry with this game? Well, I've been playing it, and in fairness to the game, it is fun. I just like Magic in general, so a bad Magic game is still a fun game for me to play. Now, the 300 cards, it has been criticized because it only comes with 300 cards. Now, in fairness, I will say the one thing in fairness of that is that they've trimmed a lot of the fat. You know, when a set comes out, there's often some cards that are just so bad, you're like, this is not usable in any scenario. It's just a bad card. There isn't really any of that in Magic 2015. Now, there is some pretty average cards. That being said, they all fill a role in certain decks. They've trimmed down a lot of the fat, and so you're left with the 300 cards are actually pretty much very useful in even the commons. If you're making a deck, a certain type of deck, the commons always find a place in those decks. All of the commons, all of the cards are decent, and so you still have a lot of variety in the decks. Like, I've made 7 or 8 decks, and I still have ideas for more. Now, that being said, 300 is nowhere near enough, and I've unlocked all 300 already, and I can't wait. I'm already wanting more cards, because, again, 300 is not that much. I'm sure they did limit it almost on purpose so they can then provide DLCs for later, and that kind of pay to win, get money out of the consumer, leads into the next major, and probably the most major complaint about this game, is that there is a section of premium cards that you can only purchase if you spend money on microtransactions and buy premium packs. There's no way to unlock it for free. And that was one of the huge things. And I've experienced this myself. One of my main decks, which you'll be seeing, it's like a blue, black, green dredge deck. Tons of fun. Been absolutely destroying people online. And I'll actually be doing deck techs on my different decks. Definitely doing a deck tech on that. It's a really fun deck. But one of the only times I've lost was against a guy, and I really don't want to seem bitter about this loss, but it was against a guy who cast 3 Think Twices on me. Think Twice is a premium card. And his endgame, it was a control deck I was playing, and I was like, what the hell is this guy's win condition? Basically, as soon as I thought that, boom, there comes the Eldrazi, the 12/12 Eldrazi that comes. I forget its name, but it is a mythic rare premium card. So this guy has clearly spent enough money to get basically a play set of Think Twices and this mythic rare Eldrazi, and he was just casting spells that were better than mine. And that was the only time I was like, really? I was basically losing because I had refused to spend money on these premium cards, whereas the person I was playing certainly did not. Now, it's nothing bad against this person. Doesn't mean he's a bad person. He just chose to spend money. But from my perspective, that was really, there's nothing other to say than it is pay to win. Because some of the premium cards are simply better than the cards that come with the vanilla game. Think Twice did nothing but improve his deck. And there's no other way to say it. If he didn't have those Think Twices in his deck, I would have had a substantial advantage over him. And there's no other way to put it. So there is certainly the pay to win aspect is there, and it's one of the most, and rightfully deserved, the most criticized aspect of this game. Now, the way to fix everything, the way to fix all of this, is we look to Mass Effect 3. And I know some of my fans, some of my subscribers are saying, oh, this fucking kid and his Mass Effect 3. Every 5 videos, something about Mass Effect 3. But Mass Effect 3, literally, Mass Effect 3 should define, it has reinvented microtransactions and all of that stuff because it did everything so well. Mass Effect 3 should be looked upon as the premium, how to do microtransactions properly, because it did them perfectly. Mass Effect 3 absolutely perfected the strategy of microtransactions by doing this. And you're going to notice a lot of similarities between the Magic model, just not done right. In Mass Effect 3, everything was unlocked. So new weapons, new characters. It was a co-op, third-person shooter. For those of you who don't know, Mass Effect multiplayer. Everything, new characters, new weapons, new attachments for those weapons. All of that stuff was unlocked through Spectre packs, just like the Magic booster packs. All right, just like how every card you get with a booster pack, every weapon, gadget, everything you got in Mass Effect, you got from these Spectre packs. Now, in doing so, they said, okay, guys, you can earn the Spectre packs with in-game currency, just like how you can earn booster packs by just playing the campaign, or you can purchase them with real money. And then what they did was they had a bunch of DLCs. They had, I think, 4 or 5 DLCs throughout its life cycle, all of which were free. Not a single penny. You didn't have to spend a single penny. They just threw content at you. They said, all right, guys, this DLC, we have new maps, new weapons, new attachments, new characters. Here it's all for you for free. Or you can spend a little bit of money and unlock these stuff a little quicker, because obviously it would be quicker to spend some money on the game, unlock the Spectre packs, and get a lot of the new stuff than it would to just straight play the game. That being said, it was very easy to get like the in-game currency to spend on the Spectre packs if you were good at the game. If you're talented, you can complete, premium. It was called Platinum difficulty, was the highest difficulty. You got more than enough money to spend on all the Spectre packs you wanted. So this game, obviously its model was extremely successful. They wouldn't have made the 5th DLC if EA, this was an EA company, okay? So EA would have gone to them after the first DLC and said, you guys are hemorrhaging money, this isn't working. But it did work, and it worked because they threw so much content at you. Those of us who didn't want to spend money just didn't. We just played the game and still got the benefit of new content. And those of us who did spend money, there was obviously enough people who just wanted the new stuff and thought, you know what, I'll spend $1 here or there to try to get some of the new weapons. And as a result, Mass Effect benefited. It got a lot. It obviously was getting enough money from DLCs to go to the 5th DLC for a tacked on multiplayer that no one expected to succeed. And the consumer got, I got the enjoyment of getting constant streams of free DLC. So many, the game at the end of its life cycle was so much different. There was so much added content. And Magic can do this exact same thing. All it needs to do, guys, Wizards, all you need to do is release a free DLC of 300, 500 cards and say, here you go. And then just have it so it's DLC. Obviously, you're going to have a couple, quite a few new scenarios. You release a DLC, a few different fights you can go through, so you can either unlock this completely by grinding, and it's not going to be the most fun grind, but if you don't want to spend money, you'll happily do it. I get all these cards for free, but just say, hey guys, if you want to spend money, you can. You can buy booster packs or a booster box or whatever the hell you want to buy. You buy as many booster packs as you want for $1 each. And Wizards, you're going to be making money because a lot of people just aren't that patient. They don't want to go through the grind. They are happy to spend some bucks, spend some money on your new content. And your consumer base is going to be happy because in their mind, it's free content. So everyone wins. We get more cards, we get more enjoyability, more customization, you get more money, you get more people spending money, because there's just, the more content you throw their way, the more people are going to feel like it's not a ripoff. They're going to say, well, we got this DLC for free, I was going to spend $5 on the DLC, might as well spend $5 on some packs. That was me in Mass Effect. If I had some extra Microsoft points left over, I had no problem. I was thinking, I was feeling like I was getting such good deals with the multiplayer. I spent probably, $7 on Spectre packs, not gonna lie. I just did. From just leftover, might as well buy a Spectre pack. And I can guarantee if they would have actually came out with charged multiplayer, if they came out with a multiplayer, a DLC for $10, I wouldn't have bought it. So I spent $7 I wouldn't have bought because I felt like I was getting such a good deal because of all the free content. And again, Wizards, all you have to do, give us cards. Give us a card pack, 500 cards. Say, here you go. You can just earn these through these little bit of new scenarios, or you can spend money. Everyone will win. Your Magic 2015, which is getting a lot of criticism, will instantly get the favoritism of the consumer base. We will be extremely happy if you do that. It's an extremely nice thing to do, And it's not like you're not going to be making money. You're going to be making a lot of money. Because let's be honest, Wizards, you've programmed in the card aspects. It's not hard to add new cards into the game. Like, the coding and stuff, it's not very hard to add. All you have to do is add new art, program in, this is a 5/5. There you go, new card in the game. So please, introduce these new cards for free. You're going to gain the respect back from the Magic community, because right now it is kind of a debacle how, much this game is being panned on. So you're going to get a lot of respect from the community back, and it's going to be a good business investment in the process. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Rate, comment, and subscribe. And as always, have a good day.